Hey y'all, have we got a fun video for you today? And notice I said we because this was a challenge that we did at the Stamp and Scrapbook Expo Girls Weekend event that Scylla, Choice Bits of Bliss, and Scrappy Jenny K did. So what each of us did was to pick a sketch, and we figured we were all going to end up buying at least one of the same collection. So we had to take each sketch and make a layout with it, just to kind of see how or if we did anything different from the other. So this is my video, and I will link to Scrappy Jenny K's and Scylla Choice Bits of Bliss videos down below in the description box. So check them out because we're all using the same collections and the same layouts. I mean, the same sketches. Okay, so I inserted a photo of our first challenge, and this was from Scrappy Jenny K, and she did one of the Freaky Fast Formula challenges, and let me tell you, it did freak me out a little bit at the beginning because I am a sketch girl and a scrap lift girl. So having to just take some paper and cut measurements and play with it did cause me a little bit of internal anxiety, but let me tell you what, I loved it. I had fun with it. I enjoyed it. And it was not as hard as I thought it was going to be. So let's take a look at the collection that we used for this challenge. We used the Serendipity by Becky Moore. Now this collection only had 8 sheets of paper, which they normally have 12. So we ended up splitting between 2 collections. So for the Freaky Fast Formula, or is it Freaky Fast Friday? I'm not sure. But whichever it is, we use this Serendipity by Photoplay. So we had to make our cuts, and I made my cuts, and we all used the same photo. I think I put 1 on mine, and Scylla and Jenny put 2 on theirs, but this is how my layout turned out. So I used the striped paper for my background, and I really loved this text paper. I loved it so much that I used it twice for 2 of my cuts, because I did the big cut here, and then I did one of the smaller cuts here, and then I kind of purposefully misaligned it so the words would not end up bleeding into each other. They're a little bit offset, so you can kind of see that it's a different piece of paper even though it's the same paper. And then I used this floral cut, and then we had the 2 smaller cuts, so I turned them into little banners, and I did this little half banner. I can't remember if it was Megan Andrews' class. It was somebody's class I took, and we did a half banner. I don't know if it was for Crop and Create Delivered. It was either Megan, I think, or Jana Eubanks. So I thought, well, let me put this little half thing right here. And then we didn't get an embellishment kit with it. We just got the papers and the sticker sheets, which resorted to some of us doing some fussy cutting, which I did. I fussy cut this row of hearts out and put it on the edge of my paper, and let's see, I fussy cut this out. This was like a sheet of word bubbles. So I fussy cut that, and this was on one of the cut aparts, and I believe the rest is from the sticker collection. So we had awesome as one of the options on the sticker sheet, and then I saw this was just so totally awesome, and then I used this arrow, and I put a little rainbow right here and just sprinkled some hearts on it. And that is my layout. And this is a photo of the three of us. That is Scylla, that is me, and that is Jenny. And this is all our packaging that we, our bags from our purchases. And this was outside of the convention. And so I just covered up part of this pillar here. So I just kind of covered it up a little bit. And my journaling is going to go here. And I will probably say day. This was an amazing day. Because even though we were there for the weekend, we just went to the expo one day. And that's what this photo is from. And as we were walking out, we were taking some photos. And another group of ladies walked by and asked, hey, can you snap a photo of us? And they graciously did so. So I put 2 tabs here. I'll probably put maybe the date and the year, or maybe the date and the location. I will do my journaling later. And that is my first layout using the Freaky Fast Friday formula, or whatever it's called. You'll have seen it in the picture. And maybe I'll throw up the picture again at the end. And then we're going to take a look at the next. Okay, so for the next 2 layouts, we did sketches. And we used the Photo Play Book Club by Tracy Smith. And this one only had 10 sheets of paper in it versus the normal 12. So thus going back to why we did 1 layout with the 8 and 2 with the 12 sheets of paper. I mean the 10 sheets of paper. And you see the photo at the beginning was the sketch that Scylla picked. And here is my finished layout. Well, it's not finished, but it's finished except for this part. So instead of using the Viewmaster reels, I did some hexagons, and I thought these were pretty cool because these were some hexagons dies that Jeannie had brought, and I loved that they had such a cool pattern around them. Like this one had the circles, this one kind of had the rectangles, and you probably can't see it on screen, but the smaller one has some imprint of like stitch lines, and I believe there was one other one that was smaller that would have fit inside of this circle. So I just took a background page of the books, and this was, I don't think it was a sticker. These look like they were die cuts because I see some little nibs I didn't cut off. So I took the word read for my title, and then I backed it on a piece of scrap of this blue teal background to make it pop a little bit for my title. And then I just filled in some of the hexagons with some of the I think these are all stickers. With some of the stickers, a stack of books. There's no such thing as too many books. And then this little wheel, what to read. And then down at the bottom, I just took this little banner sticker and added it down here. So I have been tracking my books that I have been reading so far this year. So at the end of the year, I am going to either print it on a piece of cardstock, or take another piece from this collection and put it on here and list the books that I have read for 2024. And that's what's going to go right here. And I really enjoyed doing this sketch, and I really enjoyed seeing Jenny and Scylla's take on the same sketches. So that is that layout. And then I'm going to pause so I can put a picture of the last sketch. Okay, so this is the my take on the sketch that I had picked. I just went to my Pinterest board and looked, and just I have a lot of pins in Pinterest that I really don't use as much as I do things that I have saved on Instagram. So I went to Pinterest and I picked that sketch for the inspiration. And so what I did was I did a search on my photos and just typed in pink, and up popped this photo. One of the options is a school picture of me that I had recently scanned in. I'm not sure what grade I was in, but it's a school photo. And when I saw this crocheted vest, I know either my grandmother or my aunt crocheted that. I'm not sure which one, so that just was a little extra special for me. But the colors worked out perfect with the papers. So I have my background paper, and I did a little bit of paper tearing down at the bottom. I think there was some at the top. I'm trying to remember because I haven't looked at the sketch, but I just opted to go with the straight across. There's some paper tearing here and here, and I love that, you know, using a school picture. There was the books paper, and then we have some paper here with the words, and then I used a close to my heart die cut and cut out this doily. And then the piece that I did not use, I trimmed it. I just put it over here, added a little frame. This is the other half of the frame. I did make the tag here. I believe there were hearts or something going across here, but I wouldn't have had the room for my title and all the hearts, so I just used that spot for my title instead of the hearts. But I did add some hearts up here, and then I continued, you know, with the heart theme here, and in this frame there was a heart, and in this paper there's a heart. I used a notebook punch for this piece up here because of the school theme, and then this was a die set that I had purchased at the expo from Elizabeth Craft Designs, and it's got this cute little stitching in it. So I was going to put school days, but I didn't have room for the days. I don't know why I didn't put it here. It probably didn't look right. So I just put school, maybe because I need some room for some journaling, so maybe that'll go right there. There was some stitching that I didn't do that I was going to, when I picked the sketch, I thought, okay, well, if I'm going to do the stitching, I'll just finish that off when I get home. But I felt like this was busy enough to not add that extra stitching. And I had purchased some dies that had these cute little stitching cuts in it. So I was just happy and satisfied using those in place of the stitching. And that is it for this layout. And I think we are going to continue to do this on a quarterly basis. We already have our next collection selected. And for one last piece, I'll be right back. Okay, so if you stuck around this long and have watched the whole video, I have a secret giveaway. I just hit 1,000 subscribers on my YouTube channel, which was something I never thought would have happened, because I started making videos because I loved watching people share. I loved watching them to get ideas and inspirations, and you know, sometimes I'll see somebody use a collection and I'm like, oh, I have that, I want to play with it. or oh, I like that sketch, or oh, that's a great storage idea. Or it also provides a great jumping off point where you see somebody say, oh, well, I'm going to store my things like this. That may spark another idea for you. And I just love this hobby, and I wanted to share the things that I created because I loved watching things that everybody else created. And it also helps me get up here in my room and do something that I love, because you know, we all get caught up in day-to-day life, and sometimes we just have to say, you know what, it's time for a little me time. So that's why I created this channel, and I didn't tell anybody that I created. I just started making videos and putting them out there, and a few times I probably shared a link on a Facebook page or something, but it just kind of, you know, grew on its own over time. And I never had set a goal like, oh, I want X amount of subscribers, I want X amount of views, I want to make money off of it. I don't, not interested in any of that. I just love sharing this hobby. So, if you have watched in celebration of me achieving 1,000 subscribers, I'm going to do a giveaway with a $30 gift certificate to a Cherry on Top. So all you have to do to be entered in the giveaway is down in the comments section. Tell me what collection would you like to see us use for this series that we're going to start doing on a regular basis. And I believe right now it will be quarterly. And that was me, because if you say, oh, you got to do this monthly, it doesn't become, it becomes a chore versus something fun. So I'm like, hey, I can do this on a quarterly basis. So we are going to continue to do this quarterly. So in the comments, tell me what collection you would like to see us use each month. Not each month, each quarter. We're all going to pick a different sketch and share it with each other and create layouts using the same collection. So just comment on that in the box below, and in a couple of weeks I will use like a random YouTube comment picker to select a winner for a $30 Cherry on Top gift certificate. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye.